Guys, welcome to Movie Talk, where we talk about movies. I am John, the host and the creator of Red Balloon and the cartoon series Little Bastards, which if you haven't watched yet, check it out. Just click into the Little Bastards playlist, check out any of the cartoons. Hopefully you find them fun. We are going to be creating more of those cartoons, shorter formats, 1 to 2 minutes long. Hopefully one, maybe even two a month going forward. So I really hope you will check them out and let us know what you think. In the meantime, this is Movie Talk, and what we're talking about, the next villain in the DCU. Right, this is going to be just a quick video because I'd like to know what your thoughts are in the comments. Who do you think will be the next villain? We obviously have Lex Luthor is going to be in the Superman movie, right? And obviously we've got the Lantern series that's currently in development and I think will be released shortly next year. And we've got Supergirl that is in the middle of filming right now as we speak. The question is, who will their villains be? Who will be the villain in the Supergirl movie? Because I know Lobo is in that, but I don't think he's the villain. Played by Jason Momoa, right? A character he was born to play. The Lanterns, there hasn't been a mention of what the villain will be. I believe there are murders or suspicious things going on Earth, and Hal Jordan and John Stewart, a trainee Lantern, come to Earth to investigate what is going on. You know, as Lanterns, they are Earthlings, and it's most likely in their sector. So they're going to investigate that. But there's been no talk about who the villain is with regards to the Lantern series. And then, of course, we have other films and TV series that are currently in production, right? Or in pre-production. They've been announced. But who's the big bad? Who is it that will it be the Reverse Flash? Will the Joker be the next big villain that we see maybe in Batman Brave and the Bold? Because that's going to be introduced in the Bat family. Lots of different lore within the Bat universe, the Batman universe. So maybe the Joker could be it, right? We already saw glimpses of Darkseid in the DCEU with Zack Snyder's Justice League. Everybody loved that depiction of Darkseid and Steppenwolf. Zack Snyder's depiction that is unbelievable, right? Gorgeous, beautiful. Will the DCU have a Darkseid and a depiction of Darkseid, or will that be a villain that's down the line? Will they build up to that over time? Recently, it was announced by James Gunn that the DCU, he has it planned out for the next 6 years. And he knows that the 6 years is going to build up towards an Avengers event level film. But who will be the big bad of that film? There was talk that the Lanterns and what they're investigating in the series will allude to who that big bad is and what's going on. But could it be Sinestro? Could it be... I don't think it'd be Parallax, because we already saw a version of Parallax in the original Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern, which didn't go down that well with fans and critics alike. So they'll probably steer away from that. But it could be Sinestro. It could be Reverse Flash. It could be Lex Luthor. I don't think we would see something like Doomsday appear. Obviously with Supergirl and Lobo, who is a cosmic character within the DCU, as well as Lanterns, who are cosmic characters. Even though the series is based on Earth, they are cosmic characters with an element of a wider cosmic DC universe. Could it be that it could be Brainiac? Like, I don't think they would build to Darkseid. I think Darkseid is more of a Infinity War Endgame-esque villain. Like, he's the villain of villains here, people, right? So if anybody doesn't know, Thanos is actually a copy of Darkseid. Darkseid is one of the most powerful villains in all of comic book universes. MCU, DCU, bloody everything. So they're not going to use him in the very first event film. I reckon that would be 10 years. We will have a build up to something that's that grand. But what could it be? Not just in the event film 6 years from now, but who will be the next villain that we see? The next big villain? It'd be interesting to know what your thoughts are. Leave them in the comments section. Do you think we will get an announcement of a Flash movie, considering how badly the last Flash movie did and the taste it left in people's mouth? Because if we get a Flash movie, you better be showing me a Reverse Flash. Right? If we get a Batman movie, you better be showing me some kind of version of the Joker. And of course, if we get a film about Well, you haven't even had a casting announcement for Wonder Woman, so that really seems like it's on the back burner. So there's a lot of unknowns here, a lot of things that we're unsure of. For me, it is a case of Lex Luthor will be an ongoing, reoccurring villain throughout the series. Does he interact with a Brainiac? Maybe they pull Brainiac in as the villain, or see, the Joker is a Batman villain. I can't see him having a massive presence in the DCU in order to, you know, hinder our metahumans like Flash and the Lanterns and Superman and Mr. Terrific and so forth, right? So it'll be interesting to see, like, maybe they'll show a villain in the Batman the Brave and the Bold, but it won't be a main villain that really the metahumans struggle with. For me, that has to be Brainiac. The Authority is kind of being put on the back burner. They've delayed that a little bit. There was talk when Zack Snyder was taking a handshake and a photo with James Gunn recently that maybe he's being hired to create the Authority's film. And if so, maybe they could be a villain down the line. And if the Authorities aren't a villain, and Brainiac's not the villain, and the Reverse Flash is not the villain, and Sinestro's not the villain, what does that leave us with in regards to really well-known villains? It's obviously not going to be Mr. Freeze. That's not going to be a main villain of the DCU. It's not going to be Poison Ivy. It's not going to be Scarecrow or Ra's al Ghul, right? So we can kind of ignore any of the Batman lore villains, right? Because they're not really powerful enough to hinder our metahumans. Really, it has to be a cosmic villain, which leads me to believe it's going to be Lanterns esque, and that kind of drives it to maybe it's not just Sinestro, but the entire yellow corpse of Lanterns that Sinestro is leading, and that could be the event film that we get. Anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts. Leave your comments below. Let us know what you think. Who do you think will be the DCU next villain in Supergirl or Lanterns? And who do you think will be the DCU main event villain that's going to happen in about 6 years' time? Love to know your thoughts, guys. Please like, subscribe, share this video. If you want to help us grow to 10,000 subscribers, just contribute by putting comments in and being a part of a community. We have over 1,000 subscribers, but not a lot are interactively commenting. So do comment and join and have a bit of back and forth. I will reply to all comments that you send on. So I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Have a great day, and thank you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.